Hey, what's going on, everybody? Ready here with another Raid Shadow Legends video. I am going to show you guys my progress on the Gold Rush account, but first I want to share with you some new information that I have about patch 1.14. So, the time has come to reveal another update highlight and take a peek at what we have in store for you in update 1.14. This update is entirely focused on the quality of life for all our players, and several frequently requested improvements are going live with 1.14. Check out the list below to learn more, and as always, leave any comments and suggestions below. Artifact filter. Finally, I cannot explain to you guys how excited I am about this, because I go through so many accounts, through so much gear, looking for the right stuff, and this is going to make my life and everyone's life so much easier. So this is a very welcome change, and I'm very excited that they finally decided to give us this. As you can see, artifacts can be sorted by type or by stats, whether primary stats or substats, or even a combination of filters. This will be particularly useful for veteran players who have hundreds upon hundreds of various artifacts lying around in the storage. Absolutely. This will even make artifact selling easier, because you can kind of pick out exactly what you have of the really good stats and don't have to remember it or write it down or anything like that. So this is amazing. I am very happy about this. I literally cannot stress enough how important this change is and how much easier things are going to be with this around. Also, it looks like here that you will be able to see if somebody has that artifact equipped, which is also amazing. So even equipped artifacts will be visible here, so you can take from somebody that you might not need to use it at the moment, or at least that's how I'm understanding these little square boxes here of the champion. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. We can make it a little bit bigger. So as I've said before, amazing change. Really excited. Champion collection capacity increase. Good news, everyone. The Innkeeper has been buried in letters to expand due to the influx of new champions for a while now, and he's finally working on building a whole new wing of the Tavern. We expect it to be completed by the time update 1.14 goes live, and to double the number of champions that can stick outside of Champion Vault. That is 200 champions once all the slots have been unlocked. Once again, I don't know exactly how much this is going to cost, gems-wise, silver-wise, so make sure you guys save up, but it's still very necessary and very needed, so we're all going to need to do it. Save your gems, save your silver, and make sure that you have enough for when this actually drops. Clan boss counter. Turns. Total damage. I don't know why it's taken so long to get this, but I'm once again extremely excited, so very good news. Awesome. Balance. So I already went through all the balance on the champions before. I'm not going to go ahead and go through them again. If you guys want, you can check out a few videos before this. I did a whole thing on the balance and all the changes, and I talked about them. The only thing I want to add here is that Duchess isn't really getting a nerf, because the Veil will technically act as it does now, but it will also give us defense. So there's going to be a change to Veil, which technically doesn't nerf Duchess. It only allows every person or every champion that has Veil to have the same effect with Veil. So I'm not unhappy about that at all. Veil did need some sort of a buff, and this is once again a very welcome change. Occult Brawler, this skill no longer has a cooldown. I actually don't know what's up with that, because Ruination Ritual is his passive. Oops. And it's already on a one-turn cooldown, so every time he takes a turn, he has a chance to apply the poison. So I'm not really sure what that's about. Maybe that's a typo. We'll have to discuss it further, but I'm not exactly sure what they mean by this. Faction Wars. The improvements to Faction Wars are twofold and will touch upon the difficulty of certain crypt stages and the drop rates of various glyphs. Even with the recent changes, we are always monitoring your feedback closely and comparing it with the game metrics available to the dev team. With that in mind, we've decided to make all faction crypts a bit easier to complete starting from stage 8. In addition, we are lowering the drop rates of rank 2 glyphs from stages 10 to 12 and will completely remove them from stages 13 and 14. Glyphs of ranks 3 and 4 will get increased drop rates. Amazing. I'm cool with this. Platinum tier, minor. Starting from update 1.14, we are going to introduce a small change to how battles in Platinum tier work. After fighting the same opponent 10 times in a day, 24 hours, both victories and defeats count. Every subsequent battle with that opponent will trigger a 15-minute cooldown that will not disappear after the arena list is refreshed. What this means is that you will not be able to fight the same opponent until the cooldown runs out, though you will be able to fight others on your list. We've included this change to somewhat limit the farming of weaker opponents for arena points. This isn't a full fix for this, and a 15-minute timer isn't enough, I feel like. But it is a start. If we can make this like an hour or 2 hours or something, that will be great. I would like to hear your guys' comments in the section below. Let me know what you guys think and your suggestions to what we actually, or what Plarium should actually do about this, and I will try to get the message out and continue pushing to make this even better than it currently is. Clan boss revive changes. This is really a continuation of the changes we introduced in 1.13. Starting from turn 50, the Demon Lord will apply a block revive debuffs to all champions he kills. This is done to even the playing field between various teams and ensure there is no single must-have team composition that is required for this challenge. So technically they're nerfing revive on death, which is technically fine. I am not against this. I'm sure that there's going to be people that are upset about this, but technically this is to even the playing field. This is the Leech and Veil, Perfect Veil change that I was talking about. Each of these effects is getting a little buff in update 1.14. Leech will heal the attacker by 18% as opposed to the current 10%. Champions under Veil and Perfect Veil will get a 7.5% and 50% respectively damage reduction from all incoming AoE attacks. These champions are going to have a profound impact on other aspects of the game. For example, champions like Mashalet, who also got buffed on top of everything else, as you can see, will become even more valuable and powerful thanks to the healing output of Leech. Almost doubling. At the same time, Duchess Littletooth has undergone some changes to ensure that passive AoE damage reduction does not get out of hand. But thanks to Veil and Perfect Veil changes, she will still remain a viable champion. So this is what I was talking about before. I think this is perfectly fine. They did need to change Veil. So this is a great change. We took some time to monitor fear debuffs in the game and will apply certain limitations in update 1.14, like other crowd control debuffs. It will no longer be subject to increased debuff duration or spread debuff effects. This applies to the Master Hexer and Sniper Masteries as well. They will no longer increase the chances of applying fear or true fear debuffs. The following masteries will now affect or include fear or true fear: Opportunist, Mighty Endurance, Wisdom of Battle, Harvest Despair, Deterrence, Fearsome Presence, and Merciful Aid. Miscellaneous. Fusion menu will display champions who are required for a specific fusion but are locked away in the champion vault, making it easier to see whether or not you have the required components. Perfect. Thank you very much, Plarium. We needed this. It was a pain in the butt to actually go through your vault and make sure that you have everything. Overall, quality of life changes for this patch are amazing. I'm very excited about it. I just need to see some content, and I'm just going to be a happy camper. I'm going to be extremely happy, smile on my face, grind and rage, all that good stuff, right? I just need to see some content. I don't want to necessarily mention what I want to see, but let's actually see some other additions. And this is going to be probably the best patch they've ever released. So very, very exciting news. That covers the patch notes. I hope that you guys like them. Like I said, please leave me comments below on your opinions and thoughts on these quality of life changes. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at my Gold 4 Rush account. I have 60 War Maiden. I've also had 60 KO from before. I fully awakened them. They also both have masteries. Golden Reaper and Gorgrab do not. I will probably add some masteries to them because I want the lower steel. Now, Golden Reaper is my fastest at 193. 5-star boost will make that faster. I do have a couple of speed glyphs that I've been getting from faction crypts as well, but I'm going to wait for a couple of better items, I think, still to make her even faster. Gorgrab goes second, 169 speed. And we have 165 speed on War Maiden, 163 speed on Kale. So the team is working out fine. I am able to farm Dragon 20. I wish. I'm able to farm Dragon 13. I will show you guys a run right now. Vala is also a very cool champion. So also, there was some sort of a mistake. I received Hell Hazy's chickens, it appears. He messaged me about it this morning, and I still have those 10 chickens, 10 5-star chickens in my inventory. I'm going to show you guys. I don't want to cheat. I want this to 100% be a fair thing. I'm upset that I was planning on using those chickens, but if everyone is on an equal playing field, everyone's on an equal playing field. I don't want to use them. I don't want to abuse the system. So this is perfectly fine. I will make do with what I have and work around the fact that I was actually planning on using those chickens. As you can see here, I can do this dragon run pretty easily. Sometimes, very, very rarely does it fail, now that I have the team tuned up properly. I actually haven't lost since I've changed some of the gear around, but I think there's still a possibility that I lose. Dragon can sometimes I won't lay the defense down because he'll get resisted. Sometimes Kale won't proc his poisons. I won't proc as many War Masters. Either way, this works really well. This is kind of where I've been getting some of my gear. The speed boots have been gotten from campaign. But honestly, this works pretty good. This works pretty good. I'm able to farm some gear, and I should be able to progress with doing Dragon 13. I don't think I'm ever going to get to Dragon 20 while still trying to rush for this Gold 4 challenge. Not to mention the artifacts from Dragon are somewhat random, so it's going to be difficult to actually get what I want. I think I'm just going to stick with Dragon 13 for now. Ooh, like a little bit of speed and crit there. I'll take it. I'll take it. So here we go. That's the Dragon 13 run. This is where I'm farming gear. And then let's go ahead and do a couple of PvP matches. All these teams have higher power than me, but it hasn't really affected me too much. I kind of just do this, and then we defense down them. Spirit Host always gets weak hit, but it's a boom after that. It really isn't a problem. And there we go. Climbing up to Silver 3. Hopefully I can make it to Silver 4 tonight or something like that. I'm going to continue grinding without stop for as long as I can tonight. There we go. Boom, boom, and here we go. So that's how the team is working. I have to obviously improve some things. Kale's running Lifesteal. They have War Master farming Dragon. I'm going to switch that into crit damage. There's definitely some changes that I'm going to make. I'm going to keep you guys posted on what I do tomorrow. Also, before I forget to show it, I still have the chickens right here, the 10 chickens. I won't use them. They can just sit in my inventory. I don't want to cheat. As I said before, I'm not going to abuse the fact that I have them. My champions, my 2 champions will stay at 60. I will continue to have these 10 chickens until the end of the challenge, and I will show you guys in case I do make another 60. I want this to be as fair as possible. This is a really fun challenge. I'm having a really good time participating in it, and I hope that you guys also like the videos. Let's go ahead and summon these 2 ancient shards real quick. Honestly, if I get something good, it doesn't really matter at this point. I don't think I have time to level them. Alright, he's not that... Jarang is alright. Nothing crazy here. And we have... See, honestly, I just want an Apothecary. I really still want an Apothecary, but whatever. So yeah, no luck on the shards on this particular account. This is my current progress. I hope you guys like the patch notes. As I said before, please comment below. Thank you everyone for all of your support through this Gold Rush challenge. I appreciate every single one of you. With that said, I think that it's going to do it for today's video. Please leave a like and a subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.